Hey everybody, today is Tuesday, September 26, 2022, and I am freezing right now. The cold weather is definitely upon us. Also, speaking of cold, I think I came down with the cold. I've been coming down with a bunch of colds as of recently, which hasn't been fun. I think I'm gonna chalk it up to due to lack of sleep. I need to start going to bed a whole heck of a lot earlier. I stay up way too late, and then I get up way too early to take my son to school, and then I just stay out all day filming and editing and working and whatnot. I need more sleep. That's what I need. Also, I need a heavier jacket. I'm thinking the hoodie and the jacket. It's time to bring those back out. They're coming back on. The jacket with the pins, it's coming back because I am quite cold right now. So what's on the agenda for today? I want to head out to Westchester, Pennsylvania. There's something out there I want to go check out. So we're gonna go out on a little event, go on a little adventure out there, and then maybe while I'm out there, I don't know. There's a new movie that came out today. I'm tempted to pick up from Target or maybe from Walmart. Also, there's a Goodwill out there we could stop at. I don't know. We'll see what we have time to do. Maybe we'll stop at the Goodwill. Maybe we won't. It's on the way. I mean, I kind of think why not stop there on the way back home? But we'll see. So anyway, want to go out to Westchester, want to check something out there, want to find something, locate something pretty awesome. I want to show you guys something Disney related, and then maybe a little bit of thrifting. But in the meantime, I need to put a heavier jacket on and, I don't know, take some medicine. September's always crazy with how just quickly and dramatic the weather changes. Wasn't it only just, I don't know, like a week or two ago where it was like 90 degrees out, and I was complaining about how hot it was and how I had to walk in the shade. And now I'm freezing. I'm back home now to grab my sweatshirt, my hoodie, and my jacket because it's so cold out. Fall weather is here. All right, made it out to Westchester, Pennsylvania, and as you may notice, I'm actually not rocking my jacket with the pins on it because it actually started to rain, so figured I'd keep the windbreaker on. That's at least a little bit more water resistant, though I do have the hoodie on. It is very cold. I'm gonna do my best not to shake the camera all around during filming because I am actually freezing right now. Not used to this cold weather that is upon us. But we are here again in Westchester, Pennsylvania, at the Rolling Green Memorial Park in search of the grave of somebody quite famous in the world of music, in the world of film, in the world of Disney. The issue is, I'm not entirely sure. I'm shaking so bad. I'm not entirely sure if I'm in the right area. I do not know. Every grave here is flat. There's no specific gravestone I'm looking for. I did not see any photos that make it look like it's by a tree or something like that. I have no real landmarks to go off of, and I'm not even sure if I'm in the right area of this cemetery. I'm in section D, which I think is where she's buried, but I could be wrong about that. It said it was in like the memorial, or no, memory gardens, I think is what it was called, or meditation gardens. Actually, that's what I think it was called. Meditation gardens is where I saw online that she was buried, but I'm seeing all these signs here. Not a single one of these signs say meditation gardens. So again, I have no idea if I'm actually in the right spot or not. I very well may not be. So I guess I'm just gonna walk around and hope for the best, but it's gonna be a bit of a hunt, and I may not be able to find this grave. And just to add a little bit more fun to this whole thing, the grass, of course, is completely drenched due to the fact that it's been raining now for 4 days straight, and my shoes are getting quite wet walking around here looking for this grave that I've still yet to find. Again, I might not even be in the right area. So I'm cold, it's raining, it's windy, and my shoes are wet. The things I do for these videos. I better find this grave. I am still walking and I am still not finding anything that I'm looking for, and my shoes are just continuously getting wetter and wetter and wetter. I officially chose the worst possible day, I think, to come out here to try to find this this grave. I honestly have no idea. I'm tempted to go over there to the I guess the offices and maybe ask them they know exactly where this this grave is, because I don't know. Again, I didn't see the actual gardens. It said it was buried. She was buried in, but there's just the section. It says she's in section D. I have no idea. I've walked up and down this whole area multiple times, and I still can't find what I'm looking for. And again, my shoes are still just getting wetter and wetter and wetter. I'm thinking at this point, I'm gonna have to go to the office and ask where the heck this grave is, because I cannot locate it. I've been up and down this whole area multiple times, and I cannot find the grave. Though I did learn something very interesting, and that is apparently ambulance drivers, they come out here to smoke weed. There was an ambulance parked right over there, and I'm thinking, why is there an ambulance at the cemetery? They're a little late. And then no, turns out they come out here to hang out by the tree over there and smoke weed while, I guess, on the job. That's interesting. We have success. I have actually located the grave that we are out here to see. Turns out I was in the complete wrong area. I was in the very, very back corner of the cemetery. That's not where you want to be. You actually want to be right up front here in the beginning of the cemetery, right at the entrance. Once you know where this grave is, it's actually really easy to find. It's just that everything I saw online was making it quite difficult, because everything I saw kept saying meditation gardens. I drove around the cemetery 14 times. I could not find a sign for the meditation gardens, but then I noticed this right here, a pole without an actual sign on it. I thought, could this be it? Could this be the meditation gardens? And sure enough, it is. The sign has just fallen down. So cemetery, if you're watching, please fix that sign. It would make finding things a whole heck of a lot easier. Also, on top of that, I saw an article online written about this grave, and they were saying that the grave was only a few hundred feet from the entrance. So I thought, okay, this has to be the meditation gardens, and sure enough, it is. I walked right down here. They said it was to the left, and sure enough, the grave we're looking for is right over here. So, like I said, pretty easy to find once you actually know where the grave is. And it is right over here. The grave of Pearl Mae Bailey, born March 29th, 1918, died August 17th, 1990. And right here is the grave. So the name Pearl Bailey, or Pearl Mae Bailey, may or may not sound familiar to you, but she was a very famous jazz singer back in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And in the 70s, she actually had her own TV show as well. She was an actress, but her claim to fame for me, the reason why I know this name is because of her link to Disney. I am a big fan of the movie Fox and the Hound. It's a fantastic Disney film. I'm sure most of you have probably seen the movie. It brings a tear to my eye every single time I watch that film. It's amazing, but it's also a very, very sad movie, but I do love watching it. And the voice of Big Mama from that movie was voiced by Pearl Bailey. So that is pretty awesome. You see, people have been out here leaving coins in respect for her. It is awesome that people have been coming out here and paying their respects. I honestly thought maybe this grave would be a little bit unattended. Maybe people would not come out here and pay their respects, but clearly people have been coming out here, which is really awesome. Probably paying the respects due to the fact that she was such a famous jazz singer. But for me, I had to come out here and see the grave of the voice of Big Mama from the Fox and the Hound. Something else I should also point out to those of you who are big fans of animation is back in 1976, she did an animated short with Dick Van Dyke called Tubby the Tuba. She was the voice of Tubby the Tuba. I have seen that short, but for whatever reason, I don't actually own it. I think it's in the public domain. There's a whole bunch of different cheap public domain DVD releases of this short out there. I've got to get my hands on a copy of that. Why I don't actually own that animated short yet, I have no idea, but I got to get myself a copy. So again, just fantastic, amazing actress, fantastic, amazing singer. It's so awesome. She has so much just linkage to Disney and just animation in general. Linkage. Is that even really is that a word? I have no idea. My brain is shutting down. It's too cold out here. Every time I come out to visit a grave, I always forget to bring change with me. I usually have change in the in the car, but I always forget to actually bring some with me. Today I went back to the car to grab a penny. I'm gonna leave a penny on the grave here. Apparently leaving change on a grave is a sign of respect. I don't necessarily get the correlation how that actually works, but apparently that's what it means, and that's why you will always see coins on the graves of those you visit. I'm not gonna put it in the Belson O like so many other people have done. Belson was the name of her husband, the last name of her husband. I'm gonna put it right down here, right next to the name Pearl Bailey, who I've come out here to see and pay my respects to. That is pretty awesome. And the more I think about it, had I known she had a little flower pot here, I may have brought some flowers as well. Unfortunately, I did not think that far ahead. All right, guys, so I would like to hang out here for maybe a little bit longer, but it's still raining. It's still very, very cold. My shoes are still very, very wet from trouncing, from tramping, from walking around in the tall grass in the very back of the cemetery, when it turns out I really did not have to walk in the grass at all because the grave is right here, right next to the road. I got my shoes wet for nothing, but you know what? It was worth it to actually find the grave of this very famous jazz singer, very famous actress, and of course, I'm so cold, and of course, the voice of Big Mama from the Fox and the Hound. That is pretty awesome. Worth getting my shoes wet. Again, the voice of Pearl Mae Bailey, March 29th, 1918 to August 17th, 1990, buried right out here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. And in case you're wondering, she was not actually from this area. She did retire to this area, as so many people do. So many famous people seem to retire to Pennsylvania, which, I mean, I get it. It's a beautiful place for 6 months out of the year until the winter rolls in and it gets very cold and it gets very, very chilly in Pennsylvania for a good 6 months. But for those other 6 months, it's beautiful. I can understand why people would want to live in Pennsylvania. But she was actually from Newport News, Virginia. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe there's a historical marker out there for her. So maybe someday, if we're in Virginia, if we're ever in Newport News, Virginia, we'll go find that historical marker. But for today, I'm done being outside. I'm gonna say let's I don't know, let's go hit up a store and buy something to warm me up. All right, so decided to stop out here at Walmart, the Walmart in Exton, Pennsylvania, the one that looks like an old farm, which is interesting, weird, and bizarre. I do believe this property at one point back in the day, a long time ago, was actually a farm, I think anyway, which is maybe why they decided to go with this weird theming with the Walmart grain silo. Honestly, I think it's kind of awesome. It's weird, it's interesting, it's different, it's unique. I like weird, interesting, different, and unique. But the reason why I wanted to stop out here is because a new movie was released today, a new Disney movie that has nothing to do with Pearl Bailey whatsoever. Though I don't know, I would think that maybe if you did like one of those 13 degrees of separation things, you could maybe possibly link it back to Pearl Bailey, maybe. Or maybe that's just my excuse to buy a new Disney movie that just came out. Not that I need an actual excuse, but I'm going to use that as my excuse to buy a new Disney movie to pay respects to the jazz singer, to Big Mama Pearl Bailey. Or again, that's just my excuse to buy a new Disney movie. Well, I could really truly pay my respects to Pearl Bailey and buy 2 new Disney titles, but I think I'm just gonna buy 1. So the reason why I came out here honestly was to buy the Walmart exclusive of Elemental, the 4K exclusive of Elemental, and I do still want to pick that up, but I might wait to buy that because I'm seeing something else I kind of want just a little bit more, and that is Loki. This is the Blu-ray steelbook of the complete first season of Loki. I honestly did not realize that Walmart would be carrying physical copies of this in store. That's pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm thinking I'm going to be picking this up instead of picking up Elemental. But again, I kind of want the 4K though. I'd be fine with the Blu-ray. I don't know. I'm gonna hold off for right now. I'm picking that up. I don't really feel like dropping that much money today. I'd rather drop $40 on a Blu-ray steelbook of Loki. And yes, I know there's a 4K version of this out there as well, but I don't need to have Loki on 4K. I haven't seen Elemental yet. I do want that. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna repay my respects to Pearl Bailey by picking up some Loki. That makes no sense whatsoever. All right, well, that was easy peasy lemon squeezy. I went right in, picked up what I went right in, picked up not exactly what I was looking for, but I'm really happy now. I was honestly not expecting Walmart to have physical copies of that of Loki in store. I thought that was going to be just an online thing only, but that is awesome. I am really happy about that. I definitely wanted to pick that up. So, all right, I'll wait on Elemental. I'll get that somewhere else down the line, maybe next week or tomorrow or something like that. But anyway, so are we done for today? I'm thinking we're gonna be passing a Goodwill. Let's just stop in. I'm trying to be better with spending money, but we're gonna be passing a Goodwill. Let's see what they have. Maybe I won't find much. Maybe it'll be like the last couple of times I've been in this Goodwill actually the last couple of times I've been in this Goodwill, I've found stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll be spending some money today. Actually, before we do head out to the Goodwill, I want to stop off here at the Target just to see if they've actually gotten rid of their media section here as well. And on top of that, there's something I need to pick up, which I could have grabbed from Walmart, but I completely forgot to pick that up while I was in there 2 minutes ago. So let's stop here. Let's get the thing I need, and let's check out the media section and see if they no longer carry movies here either. Ladies and gentlemen, it has finally happened. We have finally moved into the future. Look at this. What the heck are those? If you guys have seen any sci-fi movies from the 1940s and 50s and 60s, you know that in the future, we're all going to be wearing silver spacesuits, silver jumpsuits. It's beginning. Wow, so they're actually in the process right now of tearing down the media section. They're putting some books out, but they're apparently taking all the movies down. They're starting to pile stuff in the carts. I asked what's happening, and they said, yeah, we're pretty much getting rid of all the movies. So that is a shame. That is a very sad thing to see. I guess the days of buying movies from Target is over. However, with that being said, I am still picking up a movie from Target. I have a Target gift card, and I mean, I guess I could spend it towards the thing I'm gonna pick up that I actually need to pick up for my house, but I kind of want to spend it on a movie, and I don't know what other movie I'm gonna spend it on, since apparently Target's gonna stop carrying movies. So I'm picking up Joyride. I wanted to see the movie. It's kind of a shame that this would be the possibly the last movie I'm gonna ever pick up from Target. I wish it was a better film. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this movie's amazing. I've never seen this movie. It could be the greatest movie ever made. I don't know. I've never seen it, but I wish it was, Elemental or Loki or something like that. Not Joyride, but again, it is what it is. I guess, like I said, the days of buying movies from Target is pretty much over. So what's the other thing I need to pick up from Target? Trash bags. Big 45-gallon trash bags for our giant 45-gallon trash can out in the garage. We're out. So, all right, buying Joyride, buying trash bags, and trying not to cry by thinking about how physical media is it's dying. Although the irony is, I say that physical media is dying because stores like Target are no longer going to be carrying it, but at the same time, companies like Disney are sort of doubling down, and they're releasing their Disney Plus titles to Blu-ray and 4K, like Loki, for instance. So, I don't know. On one hand, I'm saying, yeah, physical media, unfortunately, is on its way out, which I do fully believe. I do believe that in the next X amount of years, physical media, at least as far as movies and whatnot are concerned, especially CDs and stuff like that's going to be completely 100% done with. But again, at the same time, companies are still putting stuff out, so who knows? I'll just keep the power of positivity alive, and I'll say physical media is here forever. At least in my house, it will be anyway. Okay, last stop of the day. We're gonna hit up the Goodwill here in Exton, Pennsylvania. I figured why not? I don't come out to this area all that often. It's maybe like a half hour or so drive away from where I live. It's really the only thing to thrift out in this area, so it's not like I come out here and I can hit up like 10 different stores. I pretty much come out here and, I mean, if I'm gonna thrift, this is the only store I really have to hit up. So I figured, whatever, we're out here. Let's check them out. Let's see what they have, and maybe we'll walk out of here buying some more Disney or some more weird movies, or they at least have movies here. All right, well, it turns out I might actually be saving myself a little bit of money after all, because I'm not seeing anything I want to pick up. I mean, they do have some interesting things here, lots of DVDs, lots of Blu-rays and CDs and video games and all kinds of awesome stuff. In fact, they had a couple things I was intrigued by, like this, Peanuts, Snoopy, Tails. I don't have this. Would have bought it, but the discs are in terrible condition. Of course, they have a minty copy of Troop Beverly Hills, which I just bought brand new factory sealed for $6. This is only $3. I should have waited to buy that. They had a copy of Rock-a-Doodle. When do you ever come across this on any format? That is awesome, but disc was scratched, so gonna end up passing on that. Some Bear in the Big Blue House that I already own. This, however, was really awesome. Whisper of the Heart, the Studio Ghibli Disney release, but I already have it, don't need it, so gonna end up passing on that as well. However, it is nice that things come full circle. Here's a copy of Fox and the Hound, which I also, of course, don't need, but I do enjoy the fact that this whole video has come full circle. And just to add a little cherry on top of me not finding anything, they had a copy of the Avett Brothers, I and Love and You. This is a fantastic album, which of course I already own. In fact, it's the only Avett Brothers album I own. I'm looking for literally any other album for my collection, but the only one they have is the one I don't need. Yeah, as far as media is concerned, I'm not buying anything. Not that I know exactly what I was expecting to find, but just for the heck of it, came back into the toy section, and yeah, I'm not seeing anything back here either. Although they did have this really interesting Hocus Pocus puzzle. That's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna buy it, but that's pretty amazing. And for a very brief second, my heart almost stopped when I saw this Forbidden Bridge. It's not the original. It's the re-release. Now I don't really resell toys and collectibles and vintage stuff anymore, other than media. But had this been the original release, I would have bought that to resell in a heartbeat, because that would have been a nice chunk of change right there. But the re-release, not really worth much of anything. So yeah, there's no toys I want, there's no movies I want. I'm thinking Goodwill is going to be a bust. All right, guys, so with that demonstration as to why I no longer can film daily thrifting videos, I'm gonna call today quits. That's enough for today. It's still raining out, it's gloomy, it's disgusting, it's still cold. My shoes are still wet, and I haven't eaten anything at all yet today. So I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna dry out my shoes. I'm gonna edit this video, and I'm gonna maybe take a nap. So, all right, guys, all in all though, today was fairly successful. We found the grave we were looking for. After a bit of a hunt, we ended up finding the grave we were looking for, which was pretty amazing. And I did end up picking up I ended up picking up a movie and Loki Season 1 Blu-ray Steelbook release. That was awesome. Again, I had no idea I was going to be able to find that physically in stores. So that was a pretty cool find. That was awesome. But all right, guys, with that, we are done. I don't know what's going on off in the distance, but it does not sound good. All right, guys, as always, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself retro Rest Stop t-shirts. Proceeds both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon do help support the show, and they keep the show going, so I really do appreciate that. And if you guys watch this video all the way until the very end, let's say hashtag Big Mama. If you guys watch this video all the way until the very end. All right, guys, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you do hit that subscribe button, or you are subscribe button, or you are subscribed, then I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. I need food. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys. Bye.